Imagine standing alone in a quiet bathroom late at night. The lights are dim. The house is still. You look into the mirror, and for a moment something feels subtly wrong. Your face is familiar, yet not quite the same. Your left hand appears on the right side of the glass. Your right eye seems to stare back from the opposite side. But your head is still on top of your body. Your feet are still at the bottom, and nothing has turned upside down. So a simple question hangs in the air. Why does a mirror flip left and right, but not up and down? Most people accept the mystery without really thinking about it. It feels obvious enough that we stop asking. But if you pause, really pause, you'll notice that obvious is often where understanding goes to die. Let's start slowly. Pretend the mirror is not magic, but simply a flat piece of reflective surface. Light leaves your face, hits the glass, and bounces back into your eyes. Nothing is being twisted. Nothing is being rotated. Nothing is being rearranged. So if nothing is being rotated, then the idea that the mirror flips left and right must already be suspicious. Stand in front of a mirror and raise your right hand. In the reflection, the person raises what appears to be their left hand. That feels like a flip. But now tilt your head to the right. The reflection tilts its head to the same side. Move closer to the mirror. Your reflection moves closer. Step back. It steps back. Nothing here is being swapped top to bottom. This tells us something important. The mirror isn't really flipping left and right. Something else is going on. Something deeper and more interesting. Now imagine this. Instead of facing the mirror, you turn around and face a real person standing behind you. That person lifts their right hand. From your perspective, it appears on your left. You would say, "You lifted your right hand, but I see it on my left." Yet no one would claim that the other person has magically flipped. The mirror is doing something similar. It is not reversing left and right. It is reversing front and back. You are facing forward. Your reflection is facing toward you. To turn around and face you, your reflection must have effectively swapped front and back. And that creates the illusion of a left-right flip. This is subtle, but powerful. Mirrors reverse depth, not direction. If you wrote a word on your shirt, say hello, the mirror would show it backward. Not because the mirror hates words, but because writing is designed for a specific direction of depth, front to back in space. Now let's stretch this idea further. Imagine you could walk through the mirror like a doorway. On the other side, everything would feel normal to you. Your heart would still be on the left. Your hands would still feel the same. But to someone watching from this side, you would appear reversed. That means the mirror doesn't change you. It changes the perspective of the observer. This is a pattern that shows up everywhere in life. Often we think the world has changed when actually our position has shifted. People do this with money, success and failure, all the time. They look at wealthy people and assume they are fundamentally different. But often they are simply standing in a different place, making different small decisions day after day. Here is an uncomfortable truth. Most people don't fail because they are stupid. They fail because they are impatient. They want results now. They react emotionally. They chase excitement instead of stability. They treat life like a mirror that should instantly show them success, instead of like a slow process that rewards consistency. That is not cruel. It is simply how reality works. Let's return to the mirror. Hold up a book with text facing you. In the mirror, the text appears reversed. But if you hold the book sideways, the mirror still reverses front and back, not left and right. This tells us that left and right are not absolute properties of the world. They depend on where you stand. Up and down are different. Gravity defines them. Your feet are pulled downward, your head points upward. A mirror does not change gravity, so up remains up and down remains down. Mirrors don't fight physics. They only reflect geometry. Now think about this carefully. If you stood on your head in front of a mirror, your reflection would also appear upside down. The mirror didn't decide to flip you. You didn't. This reveals a deeper lesson. Outcomes often reflect our own orientation. If you stand in chaos, you will see chaos. If you stand calmly, the world looks calmer. This is why wealthy people, not in the sense of showing off luxury, but in the sense of thinking clearly, tend to move slowly. They understand opportunity cost. Every decision means not choosing something else. If you spend your time chasing every shiny investment, you lose the most valuable thing you have, your attention. Here is another uncomfortable truth. Most people lose money, not because markets are unfair, but because they cannot sit still. They react to every fluctuation as if it were an emergency. They see the mirror shake and assume the world is collapsing, instead of realizing that their own nerves are shaking. Now imagine two people standing in front of the same mirror. One person studies their reflection quietly, noticing small details, understanding how the glass works. The other person keeps moving, waving hands, jumping, panicking, trying to force the reflection to behave differently. Who learns more? The still person. Patience is not just a virtue. It is a tool for seeing reality clearly. Let's push the mirror idea even further. Suppose you draw a simple arrow on a piece of paper pointing to the right. Hold it up to the mirror. The arrow appears to point left, but if you turn the paper around so the arrow faces away from you and then look at it through the mirror, the arrow will again appear to point right. The mirror didn't change. Your relationship to it did. That means clarity often depends less on changing the world and more on changing your viewpoint. This applies painfully well to success. Many people believe that success comes from finding a brilliant secret. They look for a trick, a hack, a hidden shortcut. But here's a third uncomfortable truth. Avoiding obvious stupidity usually matters more than chasing rare brilliance. If you simply avoid reckless debt, emotional decisions, dishonesty, and short-term thinking, you are already far ahead of most people. Brilliance is rare. Good judgment is accessible. The mirror teaches this too. You don't need complex optics to understand it. You just need to stand still long enough to observe carefully. Now consider something even stranger. If you wrote your name on your forehead, you would see it backward in the mirror, but other people reading your real forehead would see it correctly. The mirror only confuses you, not them. This means mirrors are selfish in a way. They only care about your perspective. Life is similar. Your internal story about success may look backward or distorted, while others see your situation more clearly than you do. Most people struggle not because reality is cruel, but because they lie to themselves in small, comfortable ways. They say, I just need one big break, instead of doing steady work. They say, this time is different, when every historical pattern says it is not. They say, I'll start tomorrow, while time quietly moves on without them. The mirror doesn't argue with you. It simply reflects what you present to it. Now let's connect everything. A mirror does not flip left and right. It reverses front and back. The illusion of left-right flipping comes from how your brain maps space when facing something that is turned toward you. Up and down stay the same because gravity anchors them. They are not relative in the same way. This is a small technical insight, but its meaning is much larger. Understanding something clearly often requires questioning what feels obvious. Wealthy thinking. Real, quiet, effective thinking is less about clever tricks and more about refusing to be fooled by appearances. Most people see a shiny surface and assume depth. The careful person asks, what is really being reflected here? Success is not built on flashes of genius. It is built on long stretches of ordinary, disciplined behavior. Markets don't reward emotion. They reward consistency. Time does not care about excitement. It rewards patience. And mirrors remind us that perception is not reality. When you look into a mirror tonight, don't just see your face. Notice the subtle symmetry. Notice the reversal of depth. Notice how something so familiar can still hold a quiet puzzle. Then ask yourself a harder question. Where in your own life might you be misreading a reflection as a transformation? Are you reacting to surface movements instead of understanding deeper structure? Are you chasing brilliance instead of avoiding foolishness? Are you rushing when you should be still? The mirror is not trying to trick you. It is inviting you to think more carefully. And that, in the end, is the real lesson.
Not about glass, not about optics, but about how we see the world and ourselves through every reflective surface we encounter.
If you can learn to see a simple mirror clearly, you are already practicing the kind of thinking that outlasts trends, survives chaos, and quietly builds something meaningful over time. Let's keep walking with this idea, because mirrors are only the doorway to something much more unsettling and useful. Imagine you wake up one morning and every mirror in the world has vanished. No bathroom mirror, no phone screen, no shiny windows, no reflective surfaces at all. At first you would barely notice. You would still move through the world. You would still recognize other people. You would still see your hands, your body, your surroundings. But slowly, something would feel off. You would lose a private way of observing yourself. You would no longer be able to check your posture, your expression, your appearance. You would still exist, but your self-image would become more fragile, more dependent on how others see you. This is important. Most people believe mirrors simply show them the truth. In reality, mirrors shape how we think about ourselves. And that same pattern shows up in money, success, and decision-making. People don't just react to reality. They react to how reality looks to them in the moment. And those two things are not the same. Now think about the mirror again. If you stand very close, your reflection looks distorted. Your nose seems huge. Your eyes too big. Your face stretched. Step back a few feet, and suddenly you look normal again. The mirror did not change. Your distance did. This is a quiet metaphor for how most people misunderstand success. When something goes badly in the short term, a business loses money, an investment drops, a project fails, people panic, they zoom in too close. Everything looks terrifying, exaggerated and overwhelming. But step back in time and space, and the same event may look small, temporary, even useful. Here is another uncomfortable truth. Most people are destroyed not by one big failure, but by 1,000 tiny emotional overreactions. They don't let time smooth out the noise. They let every ripple feel like a storm. Wealthy thinkers, again, not in terms of flashy spending, but in terms of mental clarity, deliberately create distance from their own emotions. They don't stare at the mirror from an inch away. Now imagine two mirrors facing each other. Stand between them, and you see endless reflections stretching into infinity. You reflect it again and again, smaller and smaller, fading into darkness. This is not just a visual trick, it is a hint about human psychology. Most of our thoughts are reflections of other thoughts. We react to reactions. We feel something about our feelings. We worry about worrying. We fear being afraid. Life becomes a hall of mirrors. In investing, this is why bubbles form. People don't buy because something is valuable. They buy because they see other people buying, which makes them feel they are missing out. They are not responding to reality. They are responding to a reflection of a reflection. And mirrors do not reveal truth automatically. They amplify whatever you bring to them. If you bring calm, you see calmly. If you bring panic, you see disaster everywhere. Now consider something even stranger. Stand sideways to a mirror. You see only half of your body. Move slightly, and new parts appear while others vanish. The mirror never shows you everything at once. Reality is like this too. You never see the full picture of your life, your decisions, or their consequences. You only ever see a slice. Most people behave as if what they see right now is the whole story. They make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. They quit too early because they cannot see the future upside that patience would bring. They jump too late because they cannot see the risks building quietly in the background. This is why slow thinking matters. A mirror doesn't rush you. It simply waits. Now let's return to the original puzzle, one last time, but from a deeper angle. The reason mirrors seem to flip left and right is not because they manipulate space, but because they change the direction of depth. They turn you around without moving your body. This means the strangeness is not in the glass. It is in how your brain interprets orientation. Your mind expects certain patterns, and when those patterns are subtly broken, you feel confusion. The same thing happens in life. People assume success should look a certain way, fast, dramatic, exciting, visible. When success turns out to be slow, boring, and mostly invisible, they think something is wrong, even when everything is actually going right. Here is another uncomfortable truth. The most reliable forms of success often look dull from the outside. No fireworks, no viral moments, No dramatic transformations, just steady behavior repeated over years. Most people ignore this because their emotional mirror craves spectacle. Now imagine standing in front of a mirror and deliberately moving in slow motion. Your reflection follows perfectly. If you speed up, it speeds up. If you freeze, it freezes. The mirror never leads. It only follows. This is a subtle but powerful idea. Reality rarely leads you toward wisdom. It follows your habits. If you cultivate good habits, good outcomes follow. If you cultivate reckless habits, bad outcomes follow. There is no conspiracy. There is only cause and effect. Now picture this thought experiment. You have two identical mirrors. One is perfectly clean. The other is covered in smudges, fingerprints, and dust. Stand in front of each. In the clean mirror, you see yourself clearly. In the dirty mirror, your reflection looks warped, blurred, and confusing. Most people assume the difference is in the mirror. But the real lesson is this: clarity depends on the quality of the surface you use to observe reality. Your mind is that surface. If your thinking is sloppy, emotional, and biased, the world will look chaotic and unfair to you. If your thinking is disciplined, patient, and honest, the same world will look structured and understandable. The mirror didn't change. You did. Now think about success again. Many people say the system is rigged. Sometimes that is partly true, but far more often their thinking is the smudged mirror. They ignore obvious risks. They chase trends too late. They refuse to admit mistakes. They blame luck instead of learning. Then they look at their distorted reflection and say, "See, life is unfair." The clearer mirror would tell a different story. Now imagine one final scenario. You are standing in front of a huge wall mirror in a quiet room. No one else is there. No distractions. No phone. No noise. You simply look at yourself. At first you notice your face. But if you stay long enough, something deeper emerges. You start noticing how you breathe, how you stand, how you hold tension in your shoulders. You realize the mirror is not just showing your appearance. It is revealing your state of mind. In that silence, you might feel slightly uncomfortable, because mirrors in their simple way don't flatter you. They don't lie to protect your ego. They just show what is there. Life is the same. If you slow down enough, reality reveals itself, not as a fairy tale, but as a clear system of trade-offs, incentives, and consequences. You begin to see that success is less about being brilliant and more about avoiding self-sabotage. You see that patience often beats intelligence. You see that emotional control matters more than strategy. You see that most people lose not because the world is cruel, but because they refuse to think clearly. And you realize something quiet but profound. Understanding is not loud. It does not announce itself with drama. It creeps in gently, like light reflecting off a simple piece of glass. So the next time you look into a mirror, don't just ask why it flips left and right. Ask a deeper question. What is this mirror teaching me about how I see everything else? Because the real puzzle was never about glass. It was about perception. And if you can train yourself to see that, slowly, carefully, honestly, you will have learned something far more valuable than optics. You will have learned how to think in a world full of reflections.